Is my mic on? Yes, it is. Greetings from beyond the screen. Gosh, guys. I don't have any words for today. Oh my god. Let me just try and get Firefox set up. Okay. Which Firefox am I looking at right now? Because I have like 6,000 tabs open. Uh Goodness gracious, properties. Which one are we gonna be looking at? Okay, we're moving over to this one. Because I have like a few other things open. I have like Sheen stuff open, which you probably would have seen. You probably would have seen. But we're gonna start here. Oh god. Like, I hope you're doing well. I'm just like we'll have a conversation about why I'm like so out of it right now. But like let's first just start um um with this. Let's first start with this. I need to just put on desktop audio so you guys can actually able to play. And oh boy. So I'm not sure if you all let me have a drink. Woo! I have like literally like two different drinks here and a bottle of tequila behind me. I'm gonna get drunk. Enjoy playing Repo. I've played Repo only once and I would like to play again, but it's difficult to find people. So I'm not sure how many of you are familiar with the fact that Nicki Minaj um, had a whole moment of, how can I put it? She went to the Turning Point conference events, whatever it is, because Erica Kirk invited her. And I'm sorry, I'm personally not of the belief that we need people like Nicki Minaj in our space in order to boost the viability of the Republican Party. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, she's a net detriment than a net gain. Most women, if not all of, actually no, all women in the Republican Party are a net drain on their viability as a party for people to vote for them. Because if they're not capitulating to women, they capitulate to the Jews. At no point can you look at a Republican candidate and say, I can trust that this person's going to have a spine and put American interests first, because they're either going to put women's interests first or Jewish people interests first. So one of the things that Nikki said at the event was that it's okay to be a boy. And a lot of people got upset about this, and I know why. Yeah, she's very bad optic wise. Let's look at everything about Nicki Minaj. She has sexualized herself to the point where she became the biggest thing on the internet with the single cover for Anaconda. One of her other album single covers, where she was dressed up as an Egyptian, and she was almost entirely naked except for like a few choice articles of clothing. She's married to an alleged sex offender. Because the thing is, I remember, I'm not too sure about this. I'm not sure if it is a case of the person that he had sexual relations with lied to him or he was aware of their age. It's one of the two. But obviously, regardless of that, if you find yourself on the wrong side of the law, whether you knew about what you were doing or not, you're going to be treated as a criminal. And he failed to register as a sex offender. I think is in jail again for that. And so you look at all of this, there's not a single positive thing that having Nicki Minaj at this kind of event that brings. There's no good, there's just a whole lot of bad. Now let's just listen to what this lady has to say, that I'll comment further.
Everybody want to be a girl. Who gonna be the boys? I keep saying that. That's the whole purpose of being gay, because you like boys. Everybody can't be the girl. You attracted to men, so what the fuck if all the men disappear? What you gonna do? That don't even make no sense to me. Everybody can't be fish now.
Yes, sis. I heard that one. Everybody can't be Conti.
I mean, we still got to have some masculine men left out here. Everybody want to be a girl. Who gonna be the boy?
So with this, like Nikki did say, it's okay to be a boy. And this was in relation to the whole transgender question, obviously. And people took so much offense at this. And you have to ask the question, why take offense? Because this, if you take issue with this question, you are also taking issue simply with the existence of gay men, the existence of any man. Because, thank you for sharing Stream Nothing, because all you're simply saying is, it's not okay to be a boy. Now, if it's not okay to be a boy, it's not okay to be a gay man. It's not okay to be a femboy. It's not okay to be a masculine man. Like, point blank, it's not okay to be a boy or a man. It's always a problem. And so it makes sense why particular individuals took issue with what Nikki had to say. Because to them, they do hate men. They do hate gay men. And they especially hate femboys. There's a big conflict that happens between femboys and transgenders because femboys make an effort to appeal to men by dressing aesthetically, taking care of themselves, looking fit, being thin. They basically aspire to be the perfect woman. And because they are aspiring to be the ideal woman for a man in terms of how they present themselves, transgenders take issue with this because they don't want to put in the effort. As soon as they say, I'm a woman, that is enough. Whether or not they actually put effort into their appearance, they go for corrective sex change surgeries, none of that matters because for them, the claim is more than enough. So when you have people that choose to appear as feminine as possible, actually putting in effort and doing far better than you, that becomes a problem because this presents a challenge to you going forward that if you claim you're trans and you decide to identify as the gender you claim to be, then you need to put in the same amount of effort that other people do. And when it comes to these kind of people, they don't want to put in any effort. Well, that's exactly it. They do not think it's okay to be male. If you're male, you're an evil monster to them. Femboys bother tease the most because of them actually putting in an effort. And that's exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said. This will be a clipped moment. So obviously we spoke about this. We're going to move on now to Lizzo. Now Lizzo obviously responds to a comment asking her thoughts on Nicki Minaj. And what Lizzo says, like, honestly pissed me off because you'll see why.
So I'm getting texts like about Nicki, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this. Celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. But what I will tell you is you're about to see an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more beneficial to join that side. You're going to see it. It already started, and it's going to continue. This is his first year. This is Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised.
So, hi Simon. Hope you're doing well. I'm not sure if I've seen you before or not. If it's your first time, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Here's my particular issue with Lizzo saying that Nicki's move was entirely based off of the fact that it's more profitable to support the Republican Party than be against them. Here's the thing. when it seemed that the left was always going to be in power and they were holding the reins of power, when it came during the time for like during election season, where was Lizzo? Oh wait, she was at Kamala, one of Kamala Harris's campaign stops with Cardi B. You cannot say to me that, oh, people are going to make a lot of moves, there's a lot of money involved, yet ultimately at the end of the day, you are doing the exact same thing that they're doing. If you're going to comment on what Nikki's doing, you need to be entirely forefront and honest and say, yes, I know why Nikki done this, because the Republicans are on the ascendancy. It's going to be much better career-wise for you to cozy up to them. And that's something I did when Kamala ran for president, is that I cozied up to her, because if she won, I would have been one of the people who put myself out there on a public platform, used my existing platform as a celebrity to boost her chances of winning. She would be indebted to me. If Lizzo came out and said that, I'd have respect for her, because she's saying, yes, me and Nikki are not the same. You just don't like what Nikki's doing because she's cozying up to people you don't like. If you like them, you'd see no problem. It's a first time and the woo. Yeah, no, I don't often do it. The anti-man BS really fucks people up, and that is probably why some men become. Give me a second. My streamer bot sometimes like cuts off, and I just need to scroll down. The anti-man BS really fucks people up, and that's probably why some men become trans, because they have been told their whole life that men bad. I know it messes you up because I thought about it. The thing is, a lot of men, especially trans women, they have admitted to the fact that they decide to identify as women because of the benefits that come with it. There was a man, I think, in Eastern Europe that decided to identify as a woman because the age for retirement for women got dropped to 60 and for men it got raised to 65. So he decided, well, I want to retire at 60 as I initially planned, so I'm just going to identify as a woman. And he done that, and boom, bam, pow, he got to retire at the time he wanted to, far earlier than other men. It was about being trans. I didn't go with it because of the anti-man shit. And this is the thing, is that when there are certain options in life that seem, if you take them, things will be more convenient, you're going to be persuaded to want to go down that particular path. I know, for example, that when I got into VTubing earlier this year, I was like, do I talk about my political opinions? Do I have these discussions, or do I hide it and then just try and focus on content creation, generic plain, and hope I don't rock the boat and upset anyone? The issue with that is there would be a moment where I need to either stand on my principles or sell them. And I said, if that happens, I'm more than likely going to stand by my principles. When my country was trying to implement mandatory vaccinations for COVID, I didn't get it. I said, like, you know what, I will be unemployed. I will lose all my accesses to public life, but I will not get it. And because I held out, I didn't need to get vaccinated. I think my grandmother and myself are the only people out of the entire family that didn't get it. I once saw a person who became trans because they wanted a new start, and they also made a sunk cost fallacy argument because of the implants. But there's the thing, Simon. The entire thought process involved in them becoming trans demonstrates that it isn't a case of they have gender dysphoria. It's more an argument of this is a way to change the trajectory of my life. And if I do this, things might work out for the better. And that's where the problem comes in for me with the entire trans thing. It's not at any point an argument to help people suffering from I'm getting tongue tied because I'm a bit tipsy. It's not an attempt at any level to help people with actual gender dysphoria address their problems. Because the process, and I looked into this, in order for you to get diagnosed with gender dysphoria, you need to see a therapist, then a psychologist, and then the psychologist will recommend what needs to be done. If the psychologist says, you know what, in order to like really help you cope, you need corrective surgery, then they will get a doctor, and then the doctor needs to also make a recommendation for it. So there's an entire process involved. That process was done away with because there was a study done some years ago that said a lot of young children showcase signs of gender dysphoria. However, as they got older and more comfortable, as well as familiar with their bodies, from 90%, sorry, 91% of them saying they had some sort of gender dysphoria, it dropped down to less than 10%. Less than 10%, just by giving them time to grow. So the problem at the end of the day is it's that a lot of people are either forced into this due to the fact that you're told if you do something that isn't part of the norm in terms of male stereotypes, female stereotypes, it must mean that you're trans. Because I even watched other documentaries where this one boy, he liked the color pink, and his mom was like, this means he's trans. And it's like, no, lady, he just likes a color. I got facts because I was more left-leaning back in 2020. I proceeded to get more sick than I've ever been in my life, bedridden for almost 2 weeks. That's unfortunate to hear. And where did we start speaking? Because you didn't come across as left-leaning back then if we were engaging with each other. My thoughts at the time were into self-hatred. This was back when I was a teenager. Matt Walsh's documentary made me realize I shouldn't fuck up myself. And that's one of the things, like, don't do harm to yourself. That's why when people say, you know what, you should take care of yourself, don't gain too much weight, work out, do all of those things. It's a matter of just self-care and self-love. I sound like a white woman when I say all of these things. Imagine I said something different because I don't know how to phrase it more appropriately for my overall character. But it's just a case of take care of yourself. And if you are going through a difficult time, there are much better avenues for you to seek solutions than to radically change your life. Gender dysphoria is very rare, but I know one I told you about her in before. Yes, I do remember you mentioning them. But there is the affirm model not pushing back. The whole trans thing is fucked up. I don't think we started speaking in 2020. I think 2021 was still right wing mostly, but on the vaccine, I kind of fell for the stupidity I really regretted. And the thing is, like, you need to understand with me, like, my mom and my older sisters got vaccinated. And when they have, like, strange, like, illnesses and stuff, I get concerned. Like, my younger sister, she was having these really intense headaches that would make her throw up and they would last for days. And I'm like, is this related to the vaccine? Obviously, like, she doesn't have that problem anymore. But for that year, I was just concerned because I'm like, is this the vaccine? Is this the vaccine? Simon, when you mentioned this, but there is the affirm model not pushing back. Can you please elaborate on that? Because I think I know what you're saying, but I just want to be certain. Let's move on from this to a wonderful thing. So let's start off with the tweet from Kaja. And let's see. So the European Commission. We strongly condemn the US decision to impose travel restrictions on 5 European individuals, including former Commissioner Terry Brenton. Now, Kaja comes in and says, the decision by the US to impose travel restrictions on European citizens and officials is unacceptable and an attempt to challenge our sovereignty. Europe will keep defending its values, freedom of expression, fair digital rules, and the right to regulate our own space. Here is my problem. It is a bit difficult to square this round hole. Whereby, for example, you say freedom of expression and the right to regulate our own space. Those two things are antithetical to each other. You cannot have freedom of expression and then also regulate that space. Because what you're doing is saying there isn't freedom of expression, there's selective expression. And we decide if that is deemed appropriate or not. And as much as she comes out swinging for the US in December 24, 2025, if we turn back the clock to August 9th, 2022, this little country says stop issuing tourist visas to Russians. Visiting Europe is a privilege. Are they not part of Europe? Are they not? Not a human right. Air travel from Russia is shut down. It means while Schengen countries issue visas, neighbors to Russia carry the burden. Time to end tourism from Russia right now. Here's my particular issue. The people on the ground, the average Russian citizen, is not responsible for the war. You cannot hold people accountable for what their country does, except if they're Muslim or Jewish. Then you cannot hold them responsible. Where are Russians now going to go to Europe and cause problems when a war is being fought in Ukraine? What would be the reasoning for Russia to now send assets far beyond the borders of Ukraine? What that's going to benefit them? However, we need to remember when the Ukraine-Russian war happened, the absurdity of some of the decisions made regarding Russia was insane. There were cat competitions where Russian breeds of cats were disqualified. They were no longer allowed to enter. What the hell does a Russian breed of cat have to do with the conflict in Eastern Europe? There were a lot of decisions that people made that were just utterly bizarre. And so when you have people like Kaja saying, oh no, our sovereignty, other countries say doing shit to us is not welcome, it's not acceptable. Then a few years ago you were saying the exact same things to Russia. So it's either you have principles or you don't. And if you don't have principles, you cannot take a principled position on anything, because your argument will easily fall away once people dig enough into your past. I personally think vaccines help. I'll say this, Simon. I'm fine with every other vaccine except the COVID vaccine, because the entire handling of that situation was just bizarre. The fact that when there were attempts made into wanting to figure out why, what was really put into the vaccine, how was it made, etc., people got deplatformed for that, censored. Like, I know one of our top doctors here in South Africa, she was on a panel with various other medical professionals, and she had said that everything behind the COVID-19 vaccine is treated like KFC's secret recipe. Like no one can know about it. And then she got reprimanded. Like, she actually had to go before what do they call it? It's not a commission. Before the board. And had to explain her statements. And so that was just weird for me. It was also the fact that you were pressured to take the vaccine, where it's like, if you do not take the vaccine, you will not be allowed to make use of public spaces, you won't be able to travel, you won't have a job, etc., etc., etc. If something truly is beneficial for an individual, you're not going to force them to take it. You're going to persuade them. But you're not going to say, if you don't, there will be consequences. Well, if the patient says they're trans, the doctor's not allowed to explore if it's depression, trauma, etc. And that's where the problem comes in. It's because we need to enable medical professionals to actually diagnose a problem accurately so that they're able to deal with it. The moment you place hurdle after hurdle after hurdle in front of them in order to determine what is actually going on, you make their job difficult. And there have been instances whereby trans individuals have come to regret their decision, and there's nothing they can do because they've already committed so much of themselves to the process that it's irreversible at that point. And so for me, it's like, if someone is genuinely transgender and they want to seek or the extreme options, they're more than welcome to do that. But they have to go through a very rigorous process to determine if they are genuinely suffering from gender dysphoria. And even then, they have to try all of the other methods. And if those methods don't work to keep them content, then they can go to the extreme. But up until those requirements are met across the board, I'd simply say don't allow it. It's like, we need to radically change the system to make sure that people are looked after before they make decisions that they come to regret. I didn't get vaccines because I didn't need them. I didn't know about the BS back then. Uh, who knows? The vaccine was a perfect tool to ruin people's lives. My dad almost lost his job. I lost out on job opportunity because I didn't get the required jabs, just the first one. Yeah, no, like even my aunt, just give me a second to bite into my sandwich of lamb. I'm gonna try and find the words. Like my aunt, for example, and this was a crazy thing. I think this was in 2021, 2022. My aunt had to get vaccinated so she could go and get her degree and attend her graduation. And I was just like, why? I went to go and get my degree at the University of Johannesburg in 2020. I can give out that information because it's going to be very difficult. Oh, I'll take in a bath. Well, Simon, make sure you're squeaky clean and come back when you're done. So, I didn't need to get vaccinated when I attended my graduation, but she had to. And this was like 2 years after 2020, which is just insane. Now we go to this. So we'll read Lord Rexworth's tweet after we read the LP. And here's the funny thing, Lord Rexworth actually showed up in my Sunday stream chat. So let's read this. Culture is starving, and people are confusing starvation with stupidity. Most people are operating in survival bandwidth, not curiosity bandwidth. I honestly hate this kind of language. Oh, you sent Simon, by the way. Well, thank you. You should send all your friends. Hello, Scurvy. Welcome, welcome. So as I was saying, I hate this kind of language. Bandwidth. On my Instagram, I watch reels, and sometimes I'll see like things aimed for like how to maneuver in the corporate workspace. And there was a video I came across that was like how to say you don't have capacity in the corporate approved manner. And the person had said, I don't have the bandwidth for this task. And you're doing a good job. Nothing. Very good job. And so when I see bandwidth, I get very annoyed because particular language upsets me simply due to the fact that if you're trying to communicate with the common man, there is certain language, certain verbiage that you should not employ because you are going to turn off people. Now with me, I normally just speak like this. This is how I conduct myself every day, whether it's in a professional space, private space, I talk like this 24/7. I've been told by numerous people I sound like a book and I'm way too formal. However, this is just how I am. Moving on, not curiosity bandwidth. When your nervous system is constantly managing rent, debt, social status decay, algorithmic comparison, and time compression. I like the more I read this, the more annoyed I get. You stop reaching for things that might challenge you. You reach for things that regulate you. Original films require openness. Openness requires slack. Slack is gone. I would assume when he uses slack in this context, he's referring to a looseness. And he says there isn't any willingness from individuals to open themselves up to original content. That's the core. What's been misread as the public has bad taste is really the public protecting itself. Protection looks like repetition. Familiar IP, no emotional arcs, predictable payoff, no ambiguity, no risk of disappointment, no cognitive tax. The industry keeps blaming marketing, platforms, or attention spans that surface noise. The deeper truth is this: original art only thrives when people feel safe enough to be changed by it. Not really. Original art requires one simple thing: what are you offering people? You can make an action film. However, what makes your action film stand out against a sea of other action films I could be watching? It's the same with video games. Like, what does your video game offer me that other titles don't? That would honestly be my line of argumentation, is what is your product offering me that other products aren't? If I got told there was a Steam competitor that had all the functionality of Steam, but they allow all kinds of lewdness on their platform when it comes to games, lolly, shota, rape, etc., you'll find it. If that was their marketing angle and they were just as bolt up as Steam in terms of general functionality, I would immediately swap over to that. Because you need to offer something more than simply, this is a new IP. It's great it's a new IP. Let's look at Has-Been Hotel. Hell of a boss. Mediocre garbage shows. The original IPs though. Then I can look at something like Smiling Friends, Space King. Independent shows with a lot of quality behind them. So you need to be offering something. And it simply can't be original. It needs to be original and great and unique and fun. There needs to be that adjective. Right now, most people don't. So what happens? Studios hedge harder, budgets inflate because risk needs spectacle to justify itself. Originals get priced like blockbusters instead of treated like seeds. When they underperform, everyone acts shocked. But the shock is fake. The outcome is structurally inevitable in a system where time feels expensive, money feels fragile, status feels unstable, meaning feels privatized instead of shared. Another uncomfortable layer, actors like Charlemagne are being asked to carry symbolic weight that culture itself no longer supports. 30 years ago, a movie star could be a focal point for collective meaning. Now attention is atomized. Stars compete with feeds, creators games and parasocial loops that update every hour. So even extreme talent hits a ceiling, because there is no longer shared cultural room large enough for it to echo in. The final layer people avoid saying out loud, we are in transition where culture is being replaced by optimization. The thing is, dude, you say this, but your entire language feels quite exemplary of the problem you illustrated. You are the problem that you talked about. You are the issue. Because everything you just done now was to optimize the reach of your tweet. You should have basically made a tweet that wasn't going to reach everyone and use different language. Like, try to distinguish yourself as apart from the problem and not part of it. Same here, Damien. I want to try loot games. Oh my god, I'm watching Has-Been Hotel for review and I hate it so much. Like, the show is hot garbage. The show is hot garbage. And the problem is this. The reason why that show even has any kind of popularity is because people's standards are so low, so gutturally low, that anything could be successful. Anything. So if you don't manage to be a success, you have to ask yourself, what did you do wrong? Let's look at The Coffin of Andy and Lele, a game made by one woman. It was a very generic point-and-click experience with a very unique story being told. And look, that woman ended up making $2 million off of that game because people wanted to support her because she was being targeted by the left-wing community. The fact that what should have been a drop in the pond ended up becoming a tidal wave of success because people were like, oh, we want to support this because people get upset. And you know what? I'm actually going to do this quickly. I want to bring this up. I want to go to God. Guys, what's V's Twitter account name? Just give me a second, guys. I have to go.
Hello?
Sorry about that, guys. Got a call by my aunt, and yeah, so I'll mention it now to you guys. I caught my younger sister having sex with her boyfriend in her bedroom. The blinds were wide open, and I could see everything. Thankfully, there was a throw blanket over them, so I didn't need to traumatize myself even more. And yeah, so that's what my aunt were talking about. Huh. I have a very interesting life. Let me drink my alcohol. This is the only thing that can keep me calm right now. Was it, why does this dude sound like his tweet was written by ChatGTP? It probably was written by ChatGTP. Because no normal person speaks like this. As much as I use formal language, I don't even talk like this. No wonder the game is deprived was made by a woman. So where were we? The final layer, optimization favors metric over memory, consistency over surprise, repetition over revelation. Revelation. Okay, I'm a bit confused by that one. Original cinema belongs to a world where revelation mattered more than retention curves. The world hasn't fully died, but it's no longer dominant. And until economic temporal... Who the fuck uses temporal? Who the fuck uses temporal? The thing is nothing. If I had to tell you a lot of the stuff that happens and what we discussed, it's such a fun experience. My mom's doing drugs. Yeah. Now that really doesn't bother me because there was a point where my dad, former gangster, he met a woman after he divorced my mother and the two of them started using. I remember coming across the place with the cocaine and all of the stuff when I would open a wardrobe or two in one of the bedrooms. And when I stepped in, at one point, someone was busy in a wardrobe sniffing. Yeah, like I have led a life. I have led a life. So it's like when I hear it's like, oh no, my mom's on drugs. I'm like, okay. My dad was on drugs. His then girlfriend was on drugs. Do I need to be shocked? No, sir. Because this is commonplace in the life of me. The real tragedy is that we're measuring meaning with tools designed for throughput. That's the real failure. Now let's actually see here. Marty Supreme is tracking for 12 to 8 million domestic opening weekend, budget is 70 million. I do pity Charlemagne's got talent coming out his eyeballs, he's charismatic, he's a marketing genius. But it's so damn hard to sell original films in 2025. I hate the general public. I'm sure it'll do well, but 30 years ago this would be doing crazy numbers. Welcome back. Now here's ultimately the problem with the cinema. With Marty Supreme, I've barely seen any like advertising for this. I have barely seen anything for this. I think maybe once I saw an ad for it, but nothing else. My thing is this. In an age where YouTube, content creators, streamers, etc., they are more likely to boost the relevancy of your product. What would have helped this film so much is if the film company reached out to Asmongold or someone and said, please go and watch our film free of charge. We'll give you all the finery that comes with being sponsored by us, and then you go and promote the film on your channel. Go get Critical Drinker. Like, there are so many YouTube content creators with numerous supporters that you could go to them and say, listen, please review our film, tell your audience it's a worthwhile watch, be honest, etc. The film would have been successful. The problem is just the fact that more often than not, let's look at Hi-Fi Rush. Hi-Fi Rush was in no way marketed to the gaming public. People only found out about the game through word of mouth, so no one was aware of the existence of this game. And the game done well, unfortunately, after the period where it should have sold well. It happened after the fact, so the studio got shut down. But the problem is this: there was no marketing. There was no attempt to say to people, "Come and watch our film. We have something. Come and play our video game." There's none of that. So when you have someone like Sightbringer, God, that's a name. And even if you read this dude's bio, signal born intelligence, called the 2024 election months early, sees structural truth before it forms, macro, crypto, capital, pre-consensus foresight. This is someone that has a very high opinion about themselves. Okay, so you heard about it, Simon. I only saw like maybe a few seconds of a trailer for it and I skipped because I'm like, I don't like Timothée Chalamet. But it's like, if I really had to look at it, like when oh my god, when A Star Was Born was coming out, I couldn't escape any like conversation about that show. I mean, sorry, not that show, that film. I couldn't escape anything for it. It was everywhere. Everywhere. Yeah, no, the movie Idiocracy had no marketing and short runtime. Now, the thing is with Idiocracy, that was released around a time where the economy was better-ish. And going to the cinema wasn't such a budget-breaking experience. And that's where the other problem comes in. It's like going to the cinema is a very expensive outing. You have to pay for overpriced tickets. You have to pay for overpriced snacks. Then if you get to the seating, you have to deal with people that don't know how to conduct themselves during a movie watching. There's a lot of issues that aren't related to the movie itself, the product itself. It has to do with the environment it needs to be consumed in. It has to deal with how it's marketed. There's a lot of things that have nothing to do with the film's quality. But the problem is it's that Sightbringer does not at any point mention what is the problem. Because let's look at Demon Hunters, Hunter x Demon Hunters, whatever the actual title is. That was on Netflix. That was an entirely new IP. And it was so successful. The soundtrack was so successful that they deplatformed Taylor Swift as the most listened to artist on Spotify. If an original IP is capable of doing that, the issue simply becomes this. What is the marketing? What is the quality of the product? And if you don't have any of those things thought about in terms of, did you produce a quality product? How are you going to market it? Is there anything that makes it stand out against its competitors? You are going to have a flop on your hands, regardless of how revolutionary your film or video game is. If you do not put in the amount of effort that's required in order to turn something into a success, you are not going to see anything positive for your efforts. And we go to K-pop Demon Hunters. I've heard some of those songs on the radio here, and the movie itself isn't great. But here's the thing. If you had to compare K-pop Demon Hunters to any other animation that's come out in the last few years, K-pop Demon Hunters beats them, which is the horrible thing to say. That a Netflix animated film did better than something from Disney, from Pixar, from like juggernauts that should be able to have little to no competition, and they struggle. It's like it's an okay movie, but because they tried to put in some semblance of effort, that effort at least translated into people turning what should have just been an okay venture for them into a mega success. The very same year that K-pop Demon Hunters came out, they had a collab with Fortnite. They had their own dedicated mode. They had skins. They had items that appeared in Battle Royale. Basically, what I think like a month or two after they released. I hate the animation style of K-pop Demon Hunters. Hi, Connor. Welcome. Oh yeah, it's insane that the bar is so low. That's the thing. It's like anything can be a success. You just need to be willing to put in the effort. I saw AI parody trailers and some sound really funny. Now let's go to Lord Rigsword's tweet, because this is the original one where we were supposed to start. Interesting thoughts, and I agree in large part. One thing worth pointing out technology behind filmmaking has advanced to the point where it is genuinely possible to do more with less. The clever Theo can shoot a film that rivals big Hollywood blockbusters at a fraction of the cost. The big hook for the audience will, of course, be compelling story. And that is the thing. It's like you could have a film with like very bad visuals, but if the story is good, people will watch it. The reason why Star Wars was a success is because it had a compelling story. It was a simple story, but it was a compelling one. So even with all of the weird visual effects for the time, George Lucas being experimental, that turned into a juggernaut of a franchise based on just his first film. It is possible to still find success, especially nowadays, where we've seen like, my God, let's look at Stellar Blade from a Korean mobile game company. Their first video game, it was a success. It is possible to find success, but you need to distinguish yourself from your competitors. And if you can't do that, you're not going to stand out. If you can't stand out, you're not going to find success. And it's never due to the fact like, oh, this is an original product. Okay, it's an original product. I need to understand why original IPs in video games can be successful. Lords of the Fallen was an original IP. It was a success. From a no-name studio. Like I need to understand, it's like we do see instances of success for indie creators and stuff. Or like studios that are just coming out for the first time with original IPs. I need to understand for myself, why do we make the argument that, oh no, the current environment is not conducive for success, but we do see success. Visuals should always be secondary. It's why at Avatar, because the visuals are pretty, but the writing of those movies is so boring. That's the thing, and especially when it comes to films, your story is your selling point. It's not your visuals, it's not the actors, it's the story. And I was watching a YouTube video on Kill Bill, and it was an interview with Quentin Tarantino, and basically he wrote the entire script without thinking, oh, I'm going to have this actress and that actor. Everything was about what is the script going to say. After that, the final challenge is distribution and promotion. And like I mentioned, the problem that happened with Hi-Fi Rush is that there was no promotion for the video game. People only found out about it because of YouTubers, streamers. And distribution. We know there's an issue with distribution where certain like titles, films, etc. don't get released in particular regions. Or if you want to access it, you now need to worry about, did the streaming service do they have the proper quality, the proper this, the proper that. There's a lot of issues, a lot of logistical issues. There's plenty of avenues for getting a film out there, but getting people's attention about it can still be the tricky part. Underlying all of this is financing, but if you can get it all sorted, it is still at least theoretically possible to do an end run around the whole Hollywood system. And that's the thing. It's like the moment you are like Sightbringer, and you're basically blaming everything else except what the actual problems around the issue is, then you're going to run into a problem about whether or not you're going to find success, because you're already setting yourself up for failure because you're blaming a bunch of factors outside of your control. All right, subjective, catch you on the flip side. And yes, so we will need to talk about Mr. Beast. So Mr. Beast recently changed his profile picture to Luffy from One Piece. And Mr. Beast doesn't do anything. Oh wow, he actually responded. Crazy. Now I finally had time of the holidays to dive into it. Also, I've watched countless anime, and I have probably seen more than 90% of people reading this tweet. Y'all need to start treating me as a fake anime fan. The thing is, Mr. Beast, you are the most disingenuous lizard suit person I've ever come across. When he had to rank animes from best to worst, he chose, I think it was Bleach. No, it was Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and One Piece. Those are the three he mentioned. And he placed them in an order where he said One Piece was the worst anime that he could think of. Why the fuck then do you have Luffy? Luffy, sorry. Why do you have Luffy as your fucking profile picture? If you consider it worse, please explain to me. Why would you say, oh no, One Piece is one of the worst animes I can think of, but then you have it as your fucking profile picture? Explain to me. But basically, this was the context. Biggest YouTuber in the world, Mr. Beast, suddenly gains interest in One Piece. Watches 2 episodes and changes his profile picture to Luffy. Which, I'm sorry. The first 2 episodes and you decide to commit yourself as a Luffy fan, but then you also say One Piece is one of the worst animes you can think of. 2 days later, revealed for season 2 live action One Piece on Netflix. I'm sorry, this definitely feels like a marketing ploy. And the fact that you chose to address Rock Solid is saying to me like, no, you are actually taking offense at this because it's probably true. You should focus on Bleach. It's the greatest anime of all time. The look when a nigga lied, but you listening anyway. Let's see. Did you ever watch Full Metal Alchemist, Death Note, Evangelion? The awkward moment when Mr. Beast actually turns out to be a real fan and now everyone just sees people getting mad at him for like an anime, which in turn discourages others from getting in it. I don't want people to get into anime. I want anime to stay as niche as fucking possible. I don't want new people. I don't care for more people. Fuck off with all these new people. I don't care. I don't care. And even this is like you're over 1,000 episodes late. And here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing. He only ended up watching One Piece because iShowSpeed said he should watch it. Like someone told you to watch the show, you watch 2 episodes of the show, and now it's like, I'm a Luffy fan. So why'd you claim it was one of your favorite animes back in... Like, let's see. So let's see. The original tweet is suspended. Naruto, Attack on Titan, One Piece. So the context of this tweet that's removed is how much anime have you watched though, David XD? Dude, I used to watch so much anime when I was younger, but I stopped watching anime. I think the last time I watched an anime was when Given came out. It's a BL anime series. And Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, but that's a Chinese animated series. And that was the last time. That was probably like 2021, 2022. That was the last time. And since then, I haven't watched any anime. I barely watch TV. If I'm being honest with you. I should change that. But it's like I haven't watched TV, any like TV series and stuff in the last like 2-3 years. Do a competition with like anime fans. But basically it's like, I don't trust Mr. Beast. I'm very sorry. When I need to, when I see a man always smile and he has Duper's Delight on his face. Now Duper's Delight is a phenomenon where someone smiles, but it doesn't quite reach the eyes. And that kind of smile is usually done by people who know they're fooling you and they're getting away with it. Or it's done by people that really can't do happiness. So they fake it. I mean, I'm disappointed you as a weeb myself. Shame on you, dishonor on your whole family. The thing is, dude, it's that I want to watch something that's actually going to grip me. Or something that's just like mindless fun. I didn't watch My Hero Academia finish because the storytelling there just wasn't what I was expecting. Like, for example, in a world where 80% of people have superpowers, at no point is there any kind of like instance where you see like villains who believe they should rule over all the non-supers. And there's 80% of people who have superpowers. At the same time, it's like, okay, there's so many people that have superpowers. Wouldn't there be an oversaturation of superheroes in the world because everyone has powers? Like, wouldn't everyone want to be a hero because it's such a well-paying position to be in? Like that was my thing. It's like there was a lot of things I thought about that just didn't come up in the story. Mr. Beast parody video. I'm kind of certain he's a textbook psychopath. He can't feel human emotions, so he fakes them. And that's the thing. It's like that's what Dupas is like. Is it's faking a smile. And my thing is, when it comes to someone like Mr. Beast, every single thing that he does is a marketing gimmick. Every single thing that he does. He has built his entire persona on marketing gimmick after marketing gimmick after marketing gimmick. Wasn't there a point where Mr. Beast and Logan Paul and whatever else, they made like a Lunchables thing? And they had like a whole marketing gimmick around that, where they even got the Hawk Tour spit on that thing girl to help them out. So it's like, I'm sorry, I can't take an individual like Mr. Beast seriously when, as I've mentioned before, he's built an entire career of just employing constant marketing tactics. Where even like when he spoke about how he creates his thumbnails, and it's like he does a lot of research, he uses different images and stuff. Like there's just a whole plethora of problems, you know? Okay, Dara, now you and me need to have a sit down and discuss that. We can do the My Hero separately, but I have a fucked up anime doesn't catch you in like the first 2 episodes. Fine. You know, like listen, with animes, I'm not expecting to be like taken in the first episode. I'm really not. Where the name was, I killed every living whale, I killed my whole fan base, etc. Feasible with extra mushrooms. Like, that's the thing. It's like, dude has literally built himself up in a certain way. And so, I'm sorry. I can't look at what he's doing and say, this man is genuine. Because more likely than not, he isn't. And the thing is also this. When you are, like, for example, Lady Gaga has played Bayonetta on the Switch. And at no point did she make a big deal out of it. It's that people saw that she was playing Bayonetta, and then literally she would make tweets and say, these ships in Bayonetta are wrecking my ass. I don't have problems with those ships though. I actually make things difficult for myself in that game with certain items. But it's like, if you are genuinely becoming a fan of something or you're enjoying something, as a celebrity, if you want to make it seem genuine, tweet about it. Talk about it. Like, he could have made a tweet like a few months ago or weeks ago and say, wow, I'm watching One Piece. Why didn't I do this sooner? I'm on this episode and I can't believe this happened. There's a much better way to do this to make it seem organic. And you know what? If it is organic, that he does like One Piece, well, sorry, dude. You fucked up. I'll get back into anime someday. What day? I don't know. Also, how do you pronounce this dude's name? Calvicula? Calvicula. I'm just gonna say that. So this is what happened. Calvicula, while live streaming, ran over someone with his car. During the live stream, we also saw the police. And at no point are the police like, get this camera out of my face. Stop recording. And they don't charge Calvicula. They don't take him away. They do nothing. Because I'm sorry, in what instance will the police leave you at the scene of a crime, especially when you ran someone over? Because if you watch the video, and I couldn't find it again, but in the video, this dude is in front of his car and acting like a fool, and then Calvicula just continues to drive, and it looked like he hit him and ran over him. But it's like, at no point do the police call an ambulance. At no point do the police take Calvicula away, like apprehend him. None of that happens. And then it turns out, boom, bam, pow, this was a whole publicity stunt. And this is my problem. I can't take flesh tubers seriously, even VTubers by an extension, because they also do this as well, where people put on like pageantry for us, and we're supposed to take it seriously because nobody got hurt, no charges were pressed on the scene. Why wouldn't the police press charges at the scene? Someone was ran over. And then it turns out the stalker has an entire Instagram. And then if I look here, what do we see? Stake. You'll know about Stake Subjective. Stake is a gambling platform. Stake is a gambling platform that makes use of lots of influencers, content creators, etc. So now let's look at this. This dude is willing to work with gambling companies. He then now puts on a stunt with Calvicula. And then Polymarket gets involved, the world's largest prediction market. Trade, politics, news, culture, sports, and tech. This would fall under what? News. And then they make a tweet. New Polymarket, Calvicula criminally charged. It's like, and the thing is, it's like someone like Calvicula will talk about, it's like, I am a man of principle, I'm a man's man, I want to change the world. He is effectively another Logan Paul, another Andrew Tate. And oh my gosh, guys, did you see Andrew Tate and Logan Paul? They got fucked up in the ring. They got humiliated. I love to watch those videos. It was amazing, you know? It's like to see these men that act like they're so high and mighty get fucked up by actual people that know what they're doing. But yeah, no, like I'm just mentioning this because it's become more frequent these days where content creators, commentators, etc. are basically creating like these fake events just to like get attention and money. Oh yes, so what you're seeing right now on my screen, I'm not going to zoom into it because it's frankly fucking disturbing. But you have a Chinese man, because obviously a Chinese man will do this, raping cockroaches with his rapinator. And I don't know why someone would do this, but once I obviously learned that OP was Chinese, it all became clear to me. Because you know the Chinese are very fucked up people. But to move away from that, the roaches know. I actually felt bad for the cockroaches. And I hate those things. As soon as I see one, I kill it. But I felt bad for them because I'm like, what possesses you to do this? But then, like I said, I learned he was the person behind the video is Chinese. And I was like, it all makes sense. But let's see what I want to talk about is people like the straight men be like rape and animal rape. Like I saw so many tweets like this where it's like, yes, clearly a Chinese person doing Chinese people things. And we all need to say men are rapists. Oh, it's a Chinese woman. That's even worse. That's even worse. Crazy. Crazy. But I just want to like talk about this briefly. The fact that like something will happen and then you'll always have women, especially a fucking minor 17, he, him. Don't be a creep. No one is equal until we all are free Palestine. Libya. Why would you post the Palestinian? Oh, there's a flag of Sudan. There's a flag of Palestine. Why the fuck does the flag look the same? The colors are just swapped. Flag of Sudan. Congo. Haiti. Yemen. I'm sorry, how do we free the cannibals? Well, what are we freeing the cannibals from? Please tell me. I need to understand. What do we free the cannibals from? Themselves? How do we solve the cannibalism problem? How do we free the people that conduct a ritual annually every year to worship a demon that they blame for all the problems they experience? Every single year, they worship this demon in a ritual, and then they blame the demon for the problems they have. I need to understand, what are we freeing these people from? The groomed? Yeah, no, but like, every single time these people will see stuff, and it's like, rape. Oh gosh, I just realized something. I actually want to bring up something else as well. I just have to like grab my other. I need to grab my other strom. And I have to, like, the way I have to make sure that you guys aren't accidentally seeing some of the porn I've bookmarked. uh but I have to just find this tweet because I was so annoyed by it because it's the most like nothing burger thing to get offended by. But the person turned out to be a lesbian. I was like, all things once they revealed make sense. Because it's like, oh, obviously it's a lesbian getting upset at the existence of gender bent mods for certain female characters. And as I try to find it, yeah, is it? Just give me a moment to grab the mod, not the mod, the link, because we're gonna talk about this next. So, just waiting for things to load. I hate when my internet is so slow for some reason. Like, what are we looking at, people? Nothing. Can I? Okay, it's coming in. It's coming in. So a lesbian, unsurprisingly, a lesbian got upset. I generally can't stand these mods. If you want ugly twinks, play Genshin Impact, not mod them onto my gorgeous woman. So this is a lesbian who also has lovely art that they drew. This art, well, technically good, is aesthetically unappealing, and most of her art is like this. So now, obviously, we're dealing with a particular kind of lesbian. And here we have Invisitwig. We have Cloak and Dagger. There is a different mod made by Sit that I use. It's much more explicit. He's wearing a thong and is more exposed. And then we have Luna Snow. I do have this mod installed. And this is one for Scarlet Witch. There are others. There's one for Psylocke. There's one for Mantis as well. Angela, Emma Frost. And my thing is this. It's a mod. It's genuinely a mod. Like, if you're going to complain about this, you need to complain about the mods that turn characters into obese monstrosities. That completely, like, change their designs, make them look like other characters. Like, if you take issue with this mod, you should take issue with a lot of other mods. I'm sorry, it's like... And also, the thing is this, taking issues with mods, like, why? Like, I've seen mods that I have problems with, but I never go, it's like, oh my god, these mods don't need to exist. It's incredibly stupid. Lesbian somehow make women even more annoying. Also, I love the gender bit mods, so invisible, turning around a lot. The thing is, it's like I'm going to use the invisible woman mod. I'm going to go and buy this outfit because what I've noticed with some of these mods is that they're very cosmetic dependent. You need to own this skin for Invisible Woman if you want this mod to function. Same applies to the Lucas Snow mod, as he's called. You need to also have this specific skin as well, which I own already. Why do people bitch about mods? The thing is, you need to understand nothing. A lot of these people, they complain because they have nothing to contribute to discussion. So they want to voice their personal issues and problems with other people. My thing is, I don't like a lot of stuff. But you won't see me going out there saying, this is a problem, that is a problem, da 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 da. I just realized. I realized I didn't catch up to the point I need to in Dragon Age. Oh, we're gonna be playing through some things again, but it's fine. So here's something else. So, exposed X algorithm treats Jews or Judaism as a protected category. Criticism gets you shadow banned or worse. So I'm not gonna read into the rest of this. Like, obviously, I'm gonna just read up until this point here. I know exactly why you were targeted. This is obviously TVP Shane. A whistleblower viewer just backdoored X's Grok-based algorithm and dumped internal records on his account. Here's a smoking gun straight from X's own database. So the thing is, it's not a surprise for me that Jews and Judaism are treated as a particular category on Twitter, because you cannot translate Hebrew anymore on this platform. And the thing is, it's because when you go and translate Hebrew, when you go and translate tweets from Jews, it is such a roller coaster in the insane shit these people say. They are so fucking unhinged. It's crazy. So it makes sense why they're like, oh no, you can't translate it anymore, and why they're a predicted category. Like, literally, you will get severely punished for saying anything about these people. He posted about fixing US government DC plus sophisticated threats on political control intelligence ops suddenly flagged for targeting protected Jewish groups. It proves it. X explicitly labels Jewish ethnicity and Judaism as protected classes. Criticize Israel, question influence, and connect the dots on conspiracies. You reach tanks. Repeat escalation account termination looms. And this is my thing. So it's like, I want to say this, and I'll always say this. You cannot, as people say, oh no, there's conspiracies about Jews controlling everything. Oh no, you're an anti-Semite, you're going after the Jews. Then we have fucking instances like this. Fucking instances like this where it's like, oh, if you criticize these people, your reach on your account gets tanked. Repeated an escalation, and you might even just lose your account. So it's like, okay, either I'm wrong about what I think about Jews, and I should be punished for it, or I'm right, and I'm still gonna get punished. So it's like, I might as well think I'm right. Like, I'm sorry. So for me, it's like, I look at this and I'm like, yeah, I'm not surprised. The Jews be Jewing, as people would say. And the initiative of Israel, oh my god. Roseanne Barr wearing wigs. Like she has all that hair for real. There's always modern drama, just the stuff with Nix's mods alone is insane. They'll complain about you even modern single player games. This is my thing, it's like, why complain? It's like, yes, you're more than welcome to complain. It's your God-given right, since you can speak and type. But what are you trying to achieve with your complaint? Subjective was it in 111 countries? Like 111 countries were like, these Jews are a problem. No, it can't be the Jews are a problem. Even though there's a mass fucking consensus. Don't question our masters. They're fucking nuts, like stuff nobody would ever be allowed to say on the site. They casually say in Hebrew. That's the thing. I have read some of the tweets when I could translate it, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. Not even I say that. Roseanne Barr warns that if America turns its back on Israel, the country will face severe consequences and ultimately collapse. America deserves what's going to happen to them. Israel will just move on to India and America will fall. Wow. The Jews will go and take the people that eat and throw shit. Certainly a superior choice to America. And the fact that you threaten people like that, you threaten the entire country saying, if you don't worship the Jewish nation, your country will collapse. You'll suffer. Like, I'm sorry. Sometimes, I look to my German ancestry and I look to a certain mustached figure and I say, I'll honor your legacy. Because when I come across stuff like this, I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? Legitimately speaking. I think you're right. And here we have our last tweet, and then we can actually play Dragon Age. I think you're right. The way you talk about Jews, I view the same way as people talking about the Illuminati. I hold the same belief. I actually don't care. I just want them to give me money. Listen, you can get money from them. Just make sure they don't honeypot you with a minor. That's something that they like to do. Because Epstein was a Mossad agent. There are pictures of him being seen with Israeli prime ministers. I can't mock the Holocaust. My grandfather died there. Poor fella fell. Poor fella fell off a guard, a guard tower. Oh my god! Talking about this, so I'm not sure if you guys remember Daniel Finkelstein, whatever his name was, that appeared on Piers Morgan's show to shame Nick Fuentes. And this dude was born, I think, in like the 1960s. And he's like, his mom was turned into a lamb, and his dad was made into soap. It's like they died in the Holocaust. And then you see this dude was born in 1965. It's like, how the fuck were you born? Did your parents ghost fuck? And you were like a miracle conception? Is that what he's saying? Because honestly, that's the thing for me. It's like, how were you conceived if your parents died in the Holocaust? You must have been a Jesus baby, a miraculous conception. But here's the thing. So I didn't know this, and once upon a time, Mr. Beast on his YouTube channel actually was very Christian-y. It's like, Beast, I am not ashamed of the gospel of Christ. I believe this was Mr. Beast once upon a time. Genuinely crazy. Genuinely crazy that was Mr. Beast at one point. Now, my favorite person, I say this with dripping sarcasm, Kangman Lee. Reminder that Mr. Beast used to be Christian but sold out for fame. Now, he's so far from Christ, he can't even say Merry Christmas on holidays. Me mom died in the holly. Also, the human furniture and human soap thing has been disproved for decades already. My thing is this. Why would the German people, the Nazis that hate Jewish people so much, why would they turn them into furniture? It's like, oh my god, I'm going to use this piece of furniture, this object made from people I utterly detest. Whenever I turn on this lamp, I'll be touching the people I detest. The logic was not there. And also at the same time, the Nazis aren't like the Ducati from 40k where they turn their victims into furniture. And like, here's one thing I hate, like happy holidays. Now, a lot of people will be like, oh, why do you take issue with happy holidays being used? Here's the thing. Happy holidays is employed by specific people. More often than not, you will see leftists saying, don't say Christmas, say happy holidays. We saw that with leftist politicians. They wouldn't say happy Christmas, they'd say happy holidays. It's basically, happy holidays is to signal, one, your ideological leaning, and two, that you are not someone that believes in Christmas, that you're not a Christian, everything related to it. And I love this interaction. I can't believe you guys are getting offended by the term happy holidays. Laugh my ass off, please touch grass. In bio. What do we see, guys? Is she a Jewish? Is she a Jews? She's a Jews. I actually went to church yesterday because my boyfriend's a Catholic. I'll bet you didn't. Happy holidays. You mean you physically stepped inside the church? Oh, I need to read this interaction. Yeah, and I listened to the priest talk about how Jesus was the first non-sinner and how all the Israelites came before him and the people here today are sinners and we have to do better so we could be more like Jesus and be less sinful. So naturally, I don't think any of you went to church because how could you listen to a priest say that and then go online and spew Jewish rat at others? Where did someone say Jewish rat to you? You crazy. No, you abandoned long before we started gaining traction, not selling out. Get your facts right, Kangman. So, okay, he rebranded long ago. Why did you rebrand? Like, if you were such like a heavy Christian that you made it part of your brand identity, my question then would become, why did you rebrand yourself? A rebranding usually entails some sort of character change. So, were you no longer a Christian? Did you say this wouldn't make me successful? And if it's the second one, then it just demonstrates that the only thing Mr. Beast cares about is just his popularity and nothing else outside of that. But we are done, people. And now I can actually play a game. Because that's what we are here for. This is a gaming channel. I will be back. I want to go pour myself a shot of tequila and grab the iPhone charger that I need because the phone's like on 10%. So give me a few minutes, or actually just a minute. We'll see how fast I am. Sorry about that. If you heard me have a moment. I had to kill a praying mantis. It was on my bed. And I killed it. Because I'm a murderer. Whew. You will not be able to play both sides for long. But what if I get out Eiffel Tower? I could do it for long then.
I shall follow.
No, Stan, you will not. Who did I fight with? I done the quest for the girl. I talked to the lady. You're still ahead.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper.
I have achieved much for you.
Oh, praise the Maker! You truly walk in the light, friend. I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's just by the tapsters. Please, come to our first service.
No, I don't do church. My aunt often begs me to like start going to church, and I'm like, no, I'm not someone who believes. And in addition to that, if I am ever gonna go to church, I'd much rather prefer to, how can I put it, go out of my own choosing because I'm starting to develop the faith and not because, oh, bad things are happening in my life. Let me proceed to... Is my game gonna crash?
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad. He has
Hush,
11
hush, hush, hush,
decapitations
hush.
so far. When he was alive, Prince Tr... But
I'm
my
literally-
backers know not to hand me a pick any day this...
I literally just done that
Piotr...
so I could go through his dialogue tree and stuff.
Bloodsport entertainment for the masses, at its best.
Ah, the highlight of underground existence, I take it.
I thought their warriors at least would be bigger.
No, Stan, size is not involved in any of this. Okay, so we're gonna talk to this dude because I have to now go through all of my like fights again.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me?
Okay, so let me read the messages. It's the dumbest crap. Let's not start on the masturbation debt machines too. What? Masturbation debt machines? Masturbation debt machines. Masturbation debt machines. I didn't know history was hentai and yaoi. Nazis would look at how the Rukari treat living beings and be like, okay, we need to calm down. We need to calm this down like 10 notches and just chill out. They all deserve cold Grinches. What are you talking about?
Well, that sounded genuine. If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said anything.
Yes, a couple years ago, some Jewish activists claimed that Jews were masturbated to death in one of the camps. I wish my VTuber could actually capture my facial expressions, the ones that I'm doing right now, because I'm trying to understand. The Nazis used masturbation devices on the Jews. What was this supposed to achieve? Like, yes, masturbated it, okay. That's a pleasurable way to die, I guess. But why would they do that? Oh, I know you're talking about the anti-Christmas lefties. Who do you think I'm working for? Not so fast. What are you trying to hide?
Nothing. I'm leaving the Proving.
If you tell me what's happening, I could help you.
Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the throne. Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other.
Adulterer! Just like my mama.
Balin's fighter, Miaja, showed me love letters they have, from Revelka to me. If I fight, they'll expose us.
I can get those letters back.
You do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her if I could. Balin's fighter, Miaja, has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone, I'll fight for Harriman again. But you need to find them quickly. Registrations close once the first bout starts.
My thing is this. It's like, I can understand, oh no, we're star-crossed lovers. And because we're star-crossed lovers, we need to be able to be in love. My problem is this, that as a warrior, you should have like some modicum of honor. And it was very big during like the ancient times in ancient Greece. Can you stop swinging at the ball? Where it was seen as extremely shameful to pursue a taken woman. Even though men in that time were allowed to have wives and concubines. But if you made an attempt at someone's taken woman, you were seen as less than a man. You were seen as basically a parasite.
This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Never mind then.
You want to talk? Enter the proving. I speak with my blades.
Oh no, to be able to speak to it and say, I have the shit, bitch. But it seems because I like literally just got the letters, there's no point.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything.
I have the letters right here.
Where did you get those? No, I don't want to know. Just thank you. I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe.
Money, 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 money.
If you can keep those letters from the public eye, I would gladly gift you with a finder's fee. Say, 10 sovereigns?
No, I want more.
I certainly can't argue with that logic. Here you are. Now pardon me, there's little time left to rejoin the proving. Thank you again, friend.
Alright, let's go talk to someone else.
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the women who join her order. Cut out their time. The Silent Sisters support this.
Yep, I don't care for what you have to say. Before I speak to you, let me go do that fight that I done before.
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have told me they hope to see you in the provings. It's a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action.
I'm game.
Say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance to test themselves in the provings. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard won.
Set me up with a team?
We've got some young fighters ready to go. This will be difficult, I assure you.
As usual, when we lay eyes on a mage, we start with a singular technique. Where's my blood magic? Turn my blood magic off before I kill myself. Come back here, blood mage. Down again. You can. Come back here. Okay, are we done? Almost. Do I need to interfere? No, I don't need to.
Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go again.
I'll come back later.
I'll be here.
12 silver.
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
You don't know. You don't get out much. I'm Damien, of the Grey Wardens.
It's a pleasure. Sorry it can't be longer. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today.
Doolin asked me to speak to you.
I bet he did. That man thinks nothing is beneath him. Well, you could just tell him I had my reasons. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source Lord Harriman's already given up the throne. Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes.
That's ridiculous. Harrimont isn't conceding.
Oh? And where did you hear this? That's more reliable than a member of the Assembly.
I heard it from Harrimont himself. Doolin and I'm rallying honorable fighters for Harrimont.
I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without consulting Doolin. He's always been his top man. Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. I've always tried to stay out of these noble politics. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, I'll...
Go back in the prove it and knock some heads.
Maybe I will at that.
Okay, we've spoken to everyone. Now let me shave. So that I don't end up dying again. Because I do last time. And so we have to go through all of this again. Who messaged me? So sorry guys. Just need to think. Da, da, da. All right.
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight?
I'm Lord Harriman's champion.
Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed?
Call me whatever you like.
We'll just call you Grey Warden, seeing as those human names are a real burr to pronounce. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start?
I'm always ready, like Freddy. Sorry about that, I had a surprise phone call. You don't need to apologize for anything. Like I've always said, nothing. If you find yourself, for example, unable to just like be in whatever else, it's not a problem. You're more than welcome to attend to whatever you need, and then you can come back. Like there's no demand for you to like always make sure that you are here 24/7 watching me when I'm live. It's nothing like that. You show up when you can show up.
That's what I like to hear. I will warn you though, this is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fight begins, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring.
Let's fight.
Go down to the ring then. I'll be right there.
I'm a bit drunk, I'm a bit
This is
tipsy.
the glory
Beep, beep, beep,
proving,
beep, beep.
fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sewern of the warrior caste. Many of you remember when Sewern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Harriman's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Iduken and our future King Balin,
Get ready to eat those words.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Don't even dare try and touch me. Oh no, I know you have a habit of apologizing too much. As I've mentioned before,
The winner is the Grey Warden.
apologize when you've actually done something wrong. Don't apologize for the sake of it.
Warden. Swearn is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Yes.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round, Paramount's champion takes on the notorious duo, the warrior caste twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Viaja and Lukjan.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
Prepare for slaughter.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Anything move? Turn this off. Oh, autos resisted. Crazy. He's dead. I'm stunned. What did you say? Today.
The winner is the Grey Warden. Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I could use the rest
Very
first.
Well. We'll be waiting.
Because I just want to save, because I don't want us to have a situation where the game decides I have to lose.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory.
As always.
Go down to the ring then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Paramount's champion has held the field so far, but how will he do against one of the legendary Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proved her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name.
Is self-mutilation supposed to frighten me?
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
You told you could touch me. God, I'm about to kill myself.
The winner is the Grey Warden.
I had a conversation with Dusty.
Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent?
As it's reading, I had a conversation with Dusty about life and things. I might have some undiagnosed PTSD. Not sure, but I have been having fucked up thoughts and random bursts of rage for the last 2 years. I would say this: try and get a diagnosis, and then from there, see how you proceed. Because the problem is, at the end of the day, if you do have undiagnosed PTSD, you should get a handle of it. Because obviously, from what you're saying, it is causing like mental health problems for you, and that kind of thing can spill out into what you do physically, how you interact with other people. So when you get a chance, do try and get a diagnosis. I could use the rest
Very
first.
well. We'll be waiting. Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory. Go down. This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatshet fought as King Bloodvik II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none. Wojciech Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
My question is this: why did I not get a second when I fought the twins? I choose Alistair. Now what? I'm gonna let choose him.
Honor me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
I'm going to enjoy it.
If my thing can stop moving. Okay, turn off blood magic.
Yes.
Drink a potion.
I'm going to enjoy it.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Wojciech Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Harrimont picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent?
Not yet, I need to save the game.
Very well. We'll be waiting.
I love how I have the death mark on me still.
Good, you're back. I was about to start looking for you. Are you ready to fight? The crowd is eager to see another victory.
I suppose I am.
Go down to the ring then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving. Fought under the eyes of the paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Piotr Idukin has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Harrimont, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Idukin.
Shut up and fight.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
My dog ain't here with me. Woo! Can I please use this? Oh, dude, just don't get affected by spells. Alistair and Stina handle themselves well enough, they don't need my help. Mother!
The winner is the Grey Warden!
I win!
Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Harrowmont.
May the assembly heed the ancestors and choose Harrowmont.
The ancestors speak through you. Congratulations, Warden.
You showed them. The ancestors are smiling on Lord Harrowmont today.
Fantastic. Roshan, did I actually fight you?
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before I fight.
No, I did not fight you. Let's see what WAHRHEIT has to say.
I can't believe it. The ancestors came out of the sodding ground to kiss your feet, Duster.
Let's see what you have to say.
Congratulations and well fought. My cousin was wise to choose you.
And I love how Vartog is just like waiting for me. It's like, I want to have words with you.
So you've proven to be every bit the snake I feared. You agreed to aid my prince, then turn on him in the most public forum in Orzammar. Well, you'll never meet him now, traitor. Not until he's on the throne and tosses your sorry hide into the deep roads.
Damn. If I ever say Balin will never be king,
Then we'll make sure your word counts for nothing.
I will smack the shit out of you, you little shit. Well, make sure your word counts for nothing. Yeah. Well, I need to whistle the dog back. The dog has returned. To the deep road.
What's this? A human? Can we make these tunnels tall enough for humans? I'm sorry, but I cannot allow you past the front lines without Adesh's permission. And I've heard nothing of any new patrols scheduled to leave today.
Well, I have permission.
Into the deep roads? Not without a full unit of soldiers to back you, my friend. Or Adesh's permission to risk yourself. Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests on casual visits to the deeps.
But I'm a Grey Warden.
Aye, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to come here again.
Did I not get the item from that chick?
All right.
Be a bit annoying if I don't have the item from her in order to like go to the deep roads. What did I just do?
Can you believe it? Ogren's barely even warrior caste anymore, and he just clomps in here like he's entitled.
Who is Ogren?
I'm Loylanar Ivo, warrior, which is more than I can say for that useless sod.
Who was he?
Ogren's a drunken wretch. He comes up here 2-3 times a week, hounding people to lead some suicidal rescue mission after Bronca. Gets quite violent about it. I'd be scared if they hadn't practically gelded him after he killed young Lord Mino.
What happened?
All Mino's son said was how unlikely it was that a bunch of Smiths would return safely from the deep roads. Which is true. Ancestors preserve us. That's what the warrior caste is for. But Ogren claimed it was an insult to a paragon. Next thing, they're in a duel to first blood to defend Bronca's honor. Then Ogren starts screaming and runs him through.
That sounds like Ogren. Whoops.
It was a huge scandal. Ogren should have been executed, but he'd won honors in the deep roads. Instead, they stripped him of all weapons and forbid him from engaging in fights within city limits. If he breaks the decree, he'll be exiled.
Why does Ogren care so much about Bronca?
She's still his wife, isn't she? Even if she took their entire house into the deep roads and abandoned him.
Bronca was married to that drunk?
Well, before she was a paragon, she was just a smith. And Ogren was one of the best warriors of his generation.
We should get going.
If you see any guardsmen, tell them Ogren was at it again.
I need to get into the deep roads.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending marriage to a casteless commoner. Favoritism to the casteless suspected.
You should find my father in the mines. He will be very interested in what you told me.
So I'm told I can go to the mines, but when I spoke to the dudes, I didn't have the pot. This is fun. This is very, very fun. Because it's like, what do I do now since I've effectively been... I was stopped from proceeding.
Just can't get enough of our clammy mine air, can you? Did you need something? Into the deep roads? Orzammar can't afford to lose its citizens or honored guests. Of course not. Down here, you're bound to run into giant spiders, deep stalkers, and other vermin. A few outposts. Legion of the Dead, mostly. Fools that they are. Some scavenger types, too.
Okay, I need to look this up right now. Dragon Age Origins, unable to get past gods to deep roads. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm doing something wrong.
Alright, for your sake, I hope you've no reason to...
I honestly do detest this. Because I could have, like, bugged the quest line. And so I no longer have the pass. And so now I need to, like, maybe go and speak with other peoples.
Could the end of Orzammar be nigh?
A new offensive is required against the Darkspawn, says Lord Balin.
Where is this Royal Palace?
Yes.
Royal Palace, 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 Batman, Palace, Palace, Palace. I just wanna progress with the fucking quest line.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Where the fuck will I find Haramon? I was like, what the fuck? Let's see. Yeah, no,
Lord Halamont is a weak man.
Lord Balin is
I likely just like bug the quest. We have to know the next things I'm gonna do, if it's gonna help me or not. Because if not, I'm gonna have to restart from a previous save point.
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here.
I'm looking for a thief who dared steal from the Sacred.
Is that so? What makes you think anyone here would turn me, I mean this person in? You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Well... too bad for you. What did I get? What did I get? Dwarven longsword. The sword. It's so long. The thief didn't have the stolen tome. The receipt on his body suggests he may have passed it to someone in the proving grounds. Well, I know where I need to head back now. Bigur. Hold on.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dusttown? You need old Nadezda to play tour guide?
Actually, just leaving.
I'll just stay out of your way then.
The vodka has won. I'm going to sleep. Hope the rest of the stream goes well. Thanks for stopping by. It's quite appreciated. I'll take that.
You looking for some excitement, honey? You came to the right place.
I don't think you're something I want to be excited about.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yes, I did.
My ma'am used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
You have to just hold on real tight with your feet.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I need to get to Javia.
So hungry.
The door appears to be made of solid stone. There are no visible means to open it. On closer inspection, there is a slot concealed in a fold of stone just big enough for a finger.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dust. It's pretty. You're born to wear a branded face in Orzammar, and I'll just...
Not much. Just give me a second again. Dragon Age Origin. Oh, hold on, wait. I didn't even go and speak to the dude at Tappers to say, listen, I did what I was supposed to. Pardon me? Scooby-Dooby-Doo, where are you? You got some work to do now. I haven't been in here yet. The Orzammar Chantry. Wow, there's so many floating heads. Crazy.
Welcome to what will soon be Orzammar's first chantry. The chant of light will reach all corners of the world. We will never forget who made this possible.
Good, I expect a plaque on the door.
I will, see what I can do.
A plaque on the door is all I can get. Look at these heads. They're the perfect... Is it an Onaho? Onio? Not too sure on the pronunciation. But a hole is a hole. If you're into that thing. Naveen, speak to me.
The deep roads aren't for the faint of heart.
Oh, thank you. Lord Helmy. Ogrinos.
What do you want? Hey, I heard about you. Grey Warden, coming from the surface. Great crisis in the world. People are saying how you've thrown yourself on Harrowmont's wagon train. I figured you'd be the one, you know, who could help me find Branka. But I guess you're just like all the rest.
All the rest of whom?
Power-hungry Deep Lords. The only real concern they have is whose ass gets the throne. You don't have to play dumb, Warden. Their lackeys only come to me when they want something. Well, if you want the secrets of a paragon, do the work and find her.
Is that who Branka is? She's the Paragon?
City's only living paragon, and she's been lost in the Deep Roads for 2 years. 2 years, and no one's raised a bleeding army to go look for her. What's it matter to you, huh? You trying to find out her secrets? That what Harrowmont sent you here for? I know he's been poking around, trying to find things out about her, what she was looking for. Won't tell me spit, though. He wants it for himself, right? A little blessing from the Ancients' technology, and he's assured the throne. Is that it?
What if I genuinely want to help you?
Too little, too late. But it's a nice gesture, Warden. If you think your boot kissing will get you an in I don't have, you're welcome to try this. I know both Harrowmont and Balin have been asking about her. 2 years without a peep, and suddenly now they want to start looking. If you find out what they know, it might just put me a step closer to finding her. Or sit here and have a drink. It's all the bleeding same to me. Barkeep?
Atrosvala, champion. I hear your performance in the proving was nothing short of amazing. I must thank you for bringing both Baisel and Guidon back into the fight. His lordship was touched to see his old friends stand for him. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now.
Excellent, lead the way.
His lordship is looking forward to meeting you.
Soupy baby, turn me on. Every wrinkle soon behind. Whatever you do, still keep on look. Serving like go try it. Snuff of the lights. Claim your right. Do you need to level up, dog? No. Oh, Lordy Haramonte.
I appreciate what you have done, Warden, and I apologize for putting one of your rank through such trials. I am Lord Pyrell Harrowmont, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Endrin's throne.
I wanted your support against the Blight. Why would Endrin prefer you over his own son?
You may not know the story, but Balin is actually the youngest of three. Endrin's eldest, Trian, was murdered in the Deep Roads not a year ago. His middle son was found standing over the body and was exiled. But I've always found it suspicious that Balin knew just where to look. Endrin loved his sons too much to voice such suspicions. But he knew Balin's only interest in ruling was to further his own power.
Balin's men said you planted those suspicions.
Balin resents me because I did not believe his setup. I wanted a full investigation, a trial, not this knee-jerk reaction. It speaks poorly of Balin that Endrin himself was the first to think that he should not be trusted.
You believe you'd be a better king than Balin?
I have never sought the throne. My role was to serve Endrin, first as his advisor, then as an elected Desher in the Assembly. Harrowmont has never been king, and I always assumed Trian would rule after his father. But both Endrin and my colleagues have asked me to step up, and I will not back down when Orzammar needs me.
That's respectable. The Assembly has more power than the king.
The Assembly represents the voices of the wisest, most noble families. While we need a single king to preside over important functions and lead us in battle, the Assembly better represents all in Orzammar.
Just about what you want.
Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, they'll have no reason to hold back. If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, there is no sure way to get there. Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs?
The Gang of Castless, yes.
The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk, begging that something be done about her. So far, no one has managed. Jarvia hides her base in Dust Town, the raw edges of the city where no one lives but castless and criminals. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city.
I'll deal with Jarvia, be ready to help against the Blight.
Do this, and I promise if I take the throne, I will not stop until the Assembly sends your troops. Look for Jarvia in Dust Town. Do whatever it takes to see that justice is served.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I want to. Yes. Sorry for that impromptu BRB, guys. My mom just called me. I need to go get a few things for her. And then I'll be back.
news of the hour, Lord Harrowmont, unable to win own battle.
Lord Balin swears revenge on Grey Wardens. He is like a mad serpent.
Harrowmont has suckered the warning. Balin will not allow it.
Now we get a half shot.
Saving the day.
That's a lot of blood.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dusttown? You need old Nadezda to play tour guide? Know it? I lived it, my friend. And let me tell you, it's worse now than in my day. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. Won't be easy. She's gotten real careful since Barat died. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Selrocka. The Carta members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little. I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Well, look what we have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Now let's see, which one's better?
Sonny ancestors! What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. Sweet bloody stone, look at them all. Jarvia said you've been asking about. Ah, don't look at me like that. I got a kid. I got no other way to bring in coin.
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the third house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open. Well, will you let me go now? Really? Oh, thank you. You're a good person. How do they say it? The ancestors have shown their favor. Bless you.
And I'm back. Turns out the liquor wasn't here yet. Marvelous. It'll be here in the next 13 minutes. So annoyed. Oh. Like, my annoyance is, man, alcoholics, I swear. Yeah, I know. My mom's boyfriend's an alcoholic. And now it's like the liquor that we have here must now go to him because he wants to drink more.
Huh.
What's the password?
Jarvia sucks lizard eggs?
Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
Oh wow, I found someone who's resistant to it. Okay, you're just very resistant, man. Chase him. Morgan, why are you chasing the enemy? You are a mage. Act like a mage. I haven't had a drink since 2016. My! You could have a drink of me then.
Going.
Well, a lot happened there. Like, dumbasses running into the fucking tramps.
Ask away.
I have nothing to say to you, Alistair. Just a doorway destruction. I'd like to move past these corpses. Thank you. I love how it's like, can you fight it, please?
Too easy.
The game is having moments right now. I don't know why.
Huh.
Dragon Bone. Ooh, Jammer's Journal. Been a profitable season, Kanky. Cutthroat too, so we gotta be careful. I'm taking my off topside so I can get a good price. Your off is in my stash box. It's got one of Peak's locks on it. Standard roll. You need the 3 pieces of junk from our common chest to even try to open it. She set them up high to low because you got the best rifle of value in this deck. So yes, I've picked some loot. Take only the cheapest looking piece in each chest, and you'll be able to open the stash box. A white explosive looking stuff as bait. you take the right one or don't, and if you don't, hope you like having a look.
Time for
I was about to be like, you cannot be the only one.
more
I love how I want to go and try and kill people and their bodies blocking the way.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Stop it.
and I'm off.
Morgan, do you not know what healing is?
Yeah, that's right. What did I
Gosh, where am I even standing? He's dead. And our Austin's just standing there.
as long as it did.
Can you stop it? Okay, what would he give you? This most likely. Let's just save. Oh, la, la, la. I have to. I'm literally just like waiting for my mom to like call me. You can't. Kill him. Take the lowest item. So let's see. If I play comp, it would go silver, gold, emerald. So ugh, my arm. Okay. Can you fight? God, I don't know what's going on with the game where like I can literally just be standing and fighting and then nothing's happening. Okay. Okay. Slaughter dog, but you are the sacrificial lamb right now. Oh wow.
Going. All right.
Ooh. Oh, thank you, Morgan. I'm just stunned.
Please, stranger. Let me out. I see you bear no love for Jarvia. Please, help me.
Maybe.
Thank you. We've been down here. It's been so long. My friend didn't make it. Just stopped eating one day and all for a stupid bet.
He just disappears from existence. Oh wow. Let's level up. Life ward.
Now let's see, which one first?
I'll wait for him to get here.
As you wish.
Yes. Going.
I just love Blood Wound. Though I do hate how Morrigan runs into danger. Steel, red steel, I'll go with iron letter opener.
Going. And I'm off.
Yeah, that's everything.
All right.
Are you the only person here? No, you're not. There's others.
Yes.
Where is my mage killer? Yes, Ma. Okay. I'll be back now, guys. Just have to go and sort out drunken business. Alright, I'm back and it's done. Oh, I decapitated her. Oh, come on. Pygmy's common box. Boss by Malachite Garnet. Out of these three, which would be the lowest? I want to actually just like do a generic search and go, how would I do it? Gosh, if I can actually type this in, I go Lorspa versus Garnet versus Malachite and value. Garnets are affordable, 50 to 400. Malachite has moderate value. First is particularly least valuable. You know, I was going to say the same thing. I wanted to say Flesper, but I was like, I'm not too jewel knowledgey. Hi. Okay, give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. My sister just called me and I accidentally was not paying attention and played a bit further. So after this fight, we're gonna save it in stream because she's gonna call me again. Excited times. Okay. Well, the fight is done. Thank you everyone for stopping by. It's quite appreciated. I do apologize for the constant interruptions that have happened today. Unfortunately, I can't control for them. They just happened. But hopefully tomorrow's stream won't have the same problems. Alright, see you tomorrow. Bye!
You